Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. You're watching
Lists of 13.
Here you'll find lists of various topics, all in sets of 13.
If you have tristodectophobia, an irrational fear of the number 13, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list. This video is part of a series we call Silly Laws by State.
You know, a lot of these laws were put into effect because something happened to make this law necessary.
That's disturbing.
Remember, we are not lawyers, and this should in no way be considered legal advice. Today we're presenting another list of silly laws by state. We started with Missouri, we went around Missouri, and after we got done with the states that touch Missouri, we went around again to the states that touch the states that touch Missouri. Today, we're finishing our second trip around Missouri
And completing our 25th state.
So when we complete this list, we're done with half of the states in America. Today we bring you 13 silly laws in Wisconsin.
Number 1. Margarine may not be substituted for butter in restaurants unless it is requested by the customer. This is the law in the whole state.
Well, you know, I mean, having such a strong dairy industry in the state, it kind of seems like the dairy industry might strong arm the laws a little bit, if you will.
I mean, and I guess really, I would think most people would actually prefer to eat the dairy instead of all of the oil that's in margarine.
True story. Number 2, women are not allowed to wear anything red in public in St. Croix.
I call BS. I don't think that law is being enforced.
Maybe not.
I bet I could go find a picture in the interwebs of someone from St. Croix wearing red.
But maybe it'd be a bad idea because we don't want them to get arrested.
Good point. Number 3. It's illegal to harass a seeing eye dog anywhere in Wisconsin.
Well, that's probably a good thing. Seeing eye dogs have a very important job to do.
Right, that just seems like common sense. Maybe that should be a law everywhere. It's not so silly after all. Except for the fact that it had to be a law.
Right. Number 4. Butter substitutes are not allowed to be served in state prisons.
There's some more of those strong-armed dairy laws.
Right.
Number 5. It is illegal to not base business hours on Central Time.
Which may kind of make sense a little bit since Wisconsin is a Central Time Zone state. However, if they do a lot of business with people in, let's say, the East Coast or the West Coast, why wouldn't they be able to use those times? Number 6. Livestock have the right of way on public roads in Wisconsin.
I mean, I guess that's kind of an interesting concept. If you've ever encountered livestock on a road, it kind of always has the right of way everywhere. Because if you hit a piece of livestock with your vehicle, usually it's going to win.
Right.
That's a ridiculous law. Number 7. Cheese making requires a license in Wisconsin. Limburger cheese making requires a master cheesemaker's license.
So basically, if you're going to make Limburger cheese in Wisconsin, you're going to have like the black belt of cheese making ability.
Have you ever had Limburger cheese?
I can't get past the smell. Somebody's offered it to me before, but I politely declined.
That's kind of my thought. Like, do you have to be a master because it's so extra stinky?
That may be a thing. Number 8. An admission fee to be charged for the use of any public toilet in the state is a violation of law.
This is common sense. I think it's a good law. Silly that it has to be one, I guess. Number 9. In La Crosse, it is illegal to tie up your horse along 3rd Street.
More of those horse tying laws.
Right, but what's going on 3rd Street? Like, normally those things are tied to Main Street. Is 3rd Street the main street in La Crosse?
I've personally never been to La Crosse before, so I couldn't tell you.
Interesting.
Number 10. Tattooing is illegal unless it is done for medical purposes in Brookfield.
Who knew that they would make something like tattoos legal or illegal throughout an entire town? Silly. Number 11. It is a state law that apple pie cannot be served in public restaurants without cheese.
More of that strong dairy lobby coming in here.
So I've heard that this is actually good, but I've never tried it, and as much as I do enjoy some cheese, and apple pie is really good too, I don't think I can bring myself to try it. It sounds icky.
Well, you better not order in Wisconsin then.
I bet you can ask for it without the cheese, if you ask nicely.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like that law may very well prevent them. So the waitress might just be like, I'd love to give you the apple pie without cheese, but my hands are tied.
I bet if we started looking at restaurant menus from Wisconsin, they either A, don't have apple pie on them, or B, they don't say anything about the cheese.
Number 12. In Brookfield, it is illegal for someone to allow someone else to use their phone to make a prank call.
And number 13. In Sun Prairie, nuclear weapons may not be manufactured in the city limits.
So I guess that means if you want to make a weapons manufacturing facility, you have to do it outside of the city limits.
Well, specifically on nuclear weapons.
Right.
I mean, do you really think anybody in Wisconsin is manufacturing nuclear weapons to begin with?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Apparently somebody was worried about it in Sun Prairie, though.
We thank you very much for watching this video today and hope you enjoyed it.
Tell us in the comments what your favorite silly law was, or which one you think was the most silly.
Or if you're planning on making nuclear weapons
in Sun Prairie, remember,
just because you didn't know a law,
ignorance is not a defense. Thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up.
And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to get notified when we post new videos.
After subscribing, ring the bell.
After that, tell all your friends.
We hope you enjoy your day and keep being kind to one another.